today. I mean, I didn't go somewhere to forget, but I forgot something. I'm on my way back from the Cannon Falls baseball game, and I was going to go to the smelt feed in Kenyon. As I'm driving home, and of course I come through Northfield. Normally that's how I go to Cannon Falls. I'm thinking, I'm missing something here. Pull in my garage. I pull the garage door shut to walk to the house, and light bulb goes on. Oh, I forgot the smelt feed. Well, I wasn't going to drive over there after I'd already gotten home, but what a bummer. I missed the Kenyon smelt feed. You ever been over there, Rod?
Not to the smelt feed, no.
Okay.
But
you like smelt?
yeah, I do. Been a while since I've had it, so I would have probably been there, but I was out of town.
Yeah. Well, somebody said to me, if you put tartar sauce on anything, it's good.
It's kind of like ranch dressing. You do
I don't know if that holds true for lutefisk.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah. You like lutefisk?
Yeah, I do.
See, he likes lutefisk.
I had a dog that liked lutefisk.
Oh, some people do. Obviously, those lutefisk suppers do very well.
Yeah, they go over
Yep.
big, yep.
Nope, no question. Anyway, Rod Johnson's here for his Johnson Auctioneering hat. Speaking of hats, there's a big hat event coming up this weekend. Kristen Twitchell, Executive Director of the Paradise Center for the Arts, is with us as well. This is your big fundraiser, right?
It is. This is our Big Hats and Big Hearts Derby Party and Auction for the Arts. It's our big fundraiser of the year.
Everybody that goes tells me it's a great time.
Yes, and this year we're going bigger and better. We've got Rod as our auctioneer. We've got some games, some new contests, so it's going to be an amazing afternoon and evening, and of course the 143rd running of the Kentucky Derby.
That's right. That's how it all got started,
Absolutely.
with the Paradise Center for the Arts. Actually, not really, but 143 years is a long time.
That is.
And you picked out the perfect person here to do your auction.
Yeah, we are very excited to have someone with his skill, and we've had a lot of fun talking. I know it's going to be really fun. Rod's going to MC it and lead our auction for us.
Well, that's one of the things Rod does. He makes things fun.
You have to make it fun. That's really a key to make the event really a lot of fun. So when people leave, they go, "That was fun. I want to come back next year." And also, you know what? If people are having fun, they're more apt to give and support.
Yeah.
The organization. So,
No, it's for a great cause.
yeah, it really is.
That's the good thing about the auctions you do.
Yeah, and that's pretty much all that we do is we do the fundraising benefit auctions and, help raise money for great, organizations like the Paradise. And, just this past weekend we were in Rochester, Minnesota, Madison, Wisconsin for the American Cancer Society. I was in Avon, Connecticut for Old Farms School there. So, yeah, we keep busy and we run around and we love what we do.
And having one in your backyard's got to be
That's going to be nice, yeah. Yeah, just to drive over here.
a
And
lot nicer than flying to Connecticut.
that's true. Although the weather was really nice in Connecticut, but
It was?
it was really nice, yeah. So,
You were tempted to stay.
no, I had to get back.
Anyway, we've only got a couple of minutes before our opening market report. Can you just quickly go over the hours? And
Yes.
how people get tickets in advance, or how does this work?
Yeah, absolutely. You want to get your tickets in advance because they are just $15 in advance, and advance tickets go in a special drawing for an $800 performance package at the Paradise. So it's one show a month for the next 10 months, and that's 4 tickets, 4 drink tickets, so it's a great prize, but you only get those with the pre-sale tickets. And those you can purchase at the box office. We're open Tuesday through Saturday from noon to 4, and then we stay open till 8 on Thursdays. And we also can sell them to you over the phone or online at paradisecenterforthearts.org.
Is this usually a sellout?
No, it's not, but we're hoping for a bigger turnout this year. We're really pushing those sales, and we want folks to think about it. It's an event. It's not, the auction is important. It's part of how we support the Paradise, but we also want folks to come out and have a great time. So that's why we've added the games. There's refreshments and I got to call them horse stirves for this event, right? Got some horse stirves. The bar will be open, some mint juleps. It'll be a good time.
It will.
And then you get to see the Derby on the big screen.
Have you been to the Kentucky Derby?
I have not, but it is on my bucket list.
You been there, Rod?
No, and I have a sister that lives pretty close. In
Oh,
fact,
cool.
she's renting her house out for a couple of nights for people that are going to the Derby this weekend.
I have been to Churchill Downs, but I've not actually
Yeah, same
been to
here.
the Derby.
Yep.
It's kind of on my bucket list, too. I'd like to
It would be
see
fun.
it someday. Anyway, we're going to take a break, get our opening market report, then we'll come back, talk more about what they have on the auction and about some of the things that Rod does to make it fun when AM Minnesota continues.
In the early going on
at 507-583-2144.
Hey, in Minnesota today, we're talking about the big event coming up this Saturday. Also, we're going to touch on what's happening in the merry month of May at the Paradise Center for the Arts. Kristen Twitchell's with us. She's the executive director of the Paradise Center, and Rod Johnson from Johnson Auctioneering is here because he's the auctioneer this coming Saturday.
Yes.
At your Big Hearts, Big Hats fundraiser.
Yes. And it starts at 4 p.m. I forgot to mention that. So they'll go 4 to 6:30-ish. The Derby runs about 5:34. They always have a weird time for the start, and then we'll kick into the live auction after the Derby.
And Kristen, you were saying if you don't have a hat, you can take care of them.
Yeah, we're going to have hat rentals this year. We are a theater after all, and I realized, oh, hey, this is one of the samples from our props downstairs. So we've got a whole selection of ladies' hats, but I suppose if the gentlemen want hats too, we could find a top hat or two.
There you go.
And that's the Kentucky Derby tradition, right?
Yes, is the hats. And for the gentlemen, it's traditionally some very bright, I don't know what the word is, sport coats. So we have some contests as part of the event. One of them is, of course, the most classic or traditional derby hat for the women, and then the most outrageous derby hat. But for the gentlemen, we also have the tackiest sport coat category.
Rod's going to have to dig into which one.
I probably got something that would work, yes.
We do have best dressed couple and some other fun ones, but those are the ones we think would get folks excited. So if you don't want to spend money on a hat, you can rent them for just $2 the evening.
Oh, that's a heck of a deal there.
I bet.
Why would you want to go out and buy one and rent it for $2?
But Weddings by Deb also has some great hats at her store, and then we've got some artist-made hats at the gift shop at Paradise too, if you want to support some local businesses and local artists and want to purchase a hat to keep.
So we had touched on off the air here, Rod. I know I've been to a few of your auctions where you just go out and ask for money. I mean, you don't actually bid on anything. You say, I need $10,000, and people raise their hand to donate $10,000 for a certain cause.
It's amazing how well that works, and some people call it the fund of need, some people call it the appeal, some people call it raise the paddle, but it's mainly just, asking people, who would like to support the Paradise with just a 100% tax deductible donation. Because, some people come to events like this and maybe they don't need anything in the auction, but they want to support and help the organization. So that's a good way to just kind of give them an opportunity to donate and help the cause. And great cause this Saturday for the Paradise.
And it seems to work.
It does.
At the auctioneers I've been to, you've raised lots of money.
Oh, yeah. And for clients now, we probably do 50, 60 benefit auctions a year. And in most cases, that part, a lot of times, raises more money than the live auction itself.
Which tells you people have big hearts.
Right.
Absolutely.
Yep.
That's part of the name, is that big hearts. And this year, we have a really generous heart from a local person who wants to remain anonymous, but they've offered some matching funds. So we've got $10,000 in matching funds.
Wow, that's cool.
Yeah, that's nice. So then people that give, it's like doubled up to $10,000. So that's going to be great.
And that's huge, because this year we've got some big projects. People like to know what their money's going towards, and we're 10 years old, and a lot of what got the Paradise off the ground was donated, which was wonderful. One of those was our HVAC system from State Bank of Faribault, which unfortunately is on its last leg of its last life. If you were there in December for Wrapped in Love and Glory, you could have used one of those woolen mill blankets around you. It was pretty chilly, so one of the big projects we have to take on this year is replacing that HVAC. So
I'll be darned.
And, the live auction, I always, with clients, say, let's try and find experiences and things, that you just can't go out and purchase. And done a great job. And you got some really cool items. I mean, tell us about that airplane ride.
Yes. So David Bates, local South Central alum, spent 15 years restoring a 1941 biplane, and he's got that on the auction for us, a 1-hour flyover in that biplane. The open seating in the back, you got to wear goggles so you're not
that would be great.
taking in the bugs, and that's an $800 value, that flight is. So he's got that on the live auction. We also have this year one that you might call a little kitschy or unique. Our new Mayor Voracek, he helps lead our Blue Collar Barbecue Festival committee, and he is offering the Mayor's Throne. You may have seen pictures on Facebook But instead of having to share all the porta potties with 6,000 other people, he's auctioning off a private porta potty
Wow.
for you and a select list of your friends and family. So you don't have to wait in line with 6,000 other people. You'll have your own porta potty, private table, and maybe even some private bar service.
Your own throne. I
Your
like
own
that.
throne, the
Talk
mayor's
about
throne.
Creative. That's great.
Yeah, I like it.
It's something everybody can definitely use.
For sure.
Absolutely. And then another experience we have is this year we've got a family getaway to the Wisconsin Dells. So we've got 2 nights of lodging at the Great Wolf Lodge, which is wonderful because it's that big indoor water park, so you can go any time of year, and if you get rained out, it doesn't dampen the fun. Plus, there's a $200 gift card with that, and the water park tickets, and then dinner to a local restaurant. So,
Grandkids would love you if you get that for them.
absolutely, and the parents would too if you take the grandkids away for the weekend.
Good point.
We've also got somebody coming who is a Maine native, lives in Minnesota now, but a Maine native, and he is putting on a traditional Maine lobster feed for 6. And that will be, everything from helping to cook those lobsters if you've never done it to the traditional Maine lobster. I don't know what you call them, all the little utensils you need to use to crack open those lobsters, and some of the side picnic food that comes with it. That'll be a lot of fun for folks.
I love lobster.
Yep.
Sounds
Fresh
delicious.
live
Yes.
Maine lobster.
Fresh, yeah.
And our new Senator Jasinski, has traditionally given away dinner with the mayor. Now he's a senator, so he is doing dinner for 8 with the
So that
senator.
should upgrade the dinner, I would
It
think.
should, absolutely, and a special guest. I don't know who that special guest is going to be, but
okay.
Senator Jasinski and a special guest, dinner for 8 with our senator. So that's a fun one. And then we have a family that is always giving away a week at their Gunflint Trail cabin, which is 50 miles down the Gunflint Trail out of Grand Marais. So it's out there, but beautiful property, beautiful
Which was
site.
just named the best town in the Midwest.
Yes.
Grand Marais.
Yeah.
And then we have a sculpture, and I'm going to
From
have
Marv Kaiserschott, yeah.
one of Marv Kaiserschott's sculptures. He's a world-renowned artist, and these are not easy to come by. It's my understanding you can't purchase them.
No.
So the only way you can get your hands, and it's an amazing sculpture, is to come to the auction and bid on it.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna donate a VIP Timberwolves package too. So
Oh, how cool is that?
the winning bidder, what we'll do is we'll give you a pair of tickets, and they're row D, so they're really good seats, kind of a kitty corner from the visitors bench, and then come early, and I'll meet with you early, and we'll take you over to the practice facility and take a look at the excellent newer practice facility, and show you around Target Center and the practice facility, and then we'll go into the arena and watch the players shoot around before doors open. They come out and shoot around for a 7:00 game. They're out there about 5:00, so sit courtside and watch the players shoot around, and we'll make it a real enjoyable, memorable time. Whether you want to come as a couple or bring a child or a grandchild, it's fun. And then how we do that is mutually agreed upon game. I'll say when that schedule comes out, get a hold of me and let me know what game you want. We'll do the best to get you that game. So we'll put that on the auction too.
That'll be cool. And they're revamping the tournament.
Yeah, it'll be a completely renovated Target Center next year. I'm looking forward to that. Of course, last year we got the new scoreboard, but yeah, you walk in next season, it's going to be totally revamped. So it's going to be nice. So that'll be on the auction on Saturday. So looking ahead to next season, it's going to be fun.
And
just for fun, can I have, because Rod is also the voice of the Timberwolves, like how is that different from the voice we have right now?
Maybe it's a little different. I don't know. Be a little more,
bigger
Okay.
sound system.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
That helps.
We'll go with that.
Yeah.
It's fun, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Obviously you enjoy it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be doing it. 21 years I've done it now, so if I didn't enjoy it, I wouldn't keep coming back.
And you may be making the playoffs again this next year.
Yeah, certainly hope so. If not, I think it's going to be very disappointing because, we got the young talent and make a couple of moves here in the off season. I think we'll be ready to hit.
And I had a
playoffs.
feeling they might make it this year. They had a good run there.
I did
for a while.
too. Zach Levine's injury hurt, and then Bielitsa went down. That hurt, so, oh well, that's part of the game.
But again, that'll be on the auction.
That'll be on the auction, and again, this is something you can't just go out and buy. The behind-the-scenes look at, and the people I brought over to the practice facility are so amazed. It's something else. It's very nice.
And we're going to have some high-end wine that's going to be available for some tasting and perhaps a raffle. We've got some other activities and raffles. So we've got a Lanesboro getaway, which
They were third on the best towns in the Midwest list.
Okay.
So some fun items both on our silent and live auction, as well as some raffle items that we're giving away.
And some games too, right?
Yeah, we've got games. We have a horse race table. You can roll some dice and move your horse and see if you can win. So you can jump in on that action, and the horses are actually going to have, you know, the numbers on them like they're little derby horses. So that'll be fun.
The first time I seen that game, I couldn't understand all the cheering and things. I went over, and here was this game. They were just having a blast. So that's going to be fun.
We're going to do a little bit of trivia, so people might want to get online and catch up on their Kentucky Derby trivia, because we're going to have an opportunity for folks to do some Derby trivia. And then we're doing a game that Rod's going to leave going into the auction. Is that just the heads and tails that we talked about?
Oh, yes. Yep. That's always fun. We do that at a lot of our events, and it's easy, and it's just a lot of fun. You know, you familiar with that? You played it?
I did it at Rice County Historical Society banquet. I know we did.
People just kind of, you know, we have a coin, and you think it's going to be heads, you put your hands on your head. You think it's going to be tails on your tail, and you keep going till there's one person left. We get down to a few, we'll bring them up front, and we'll have some fun.
And we've got some different items. We've got some stuff from Federal and Savage. If our hunters out there know those products, we have some items coming from them. We've got one of the favorites last year was that pizza a week. Was pizza a month? Sorry, pizza a month from Signature that folks like to bid on. But we have the VIP cupcake a week from the Bluebird. Got one breakfast a month from Boxer. So a lot you could like win dessert, breakfast, supper.
Pizza a week sounded better than the pizza.
But it's a pizza a month, but it was still one of the biggest silent auction items.
Well, I'll bet it was.
So there'll be a silent and a live auction, so a couple of opportunities there to help support the Paradise.
Did you go down all the live ones?
I didn't go down all the live ones. Trying to think.
You know how many items you have on the live auction?
I think we had counted 10 or 11.
10 or 11, I think, something like that.
Okay.
You know, and that, of course, could change in the next couple of days, but, and, you know, nice range, wide array of items, different things, and it's going to be good.
We're going to have, of course, we always give away different packages from the Paradise as part of that. So one of them will be a balcony rental for Beauty and the Beast, which is fun for folks to come out and see that Disney play. We've got a Martin Zeller package. We're bringing back Martin Zeller next February in his Martin Zeller and the Hardways group. So we've got that one that will be available for folks to bid on. That's 4 tickets, plus we have some autographed records and posters for Martin Zeller from his last performance at the Paradise. So giving away a lot of tickets. We're going to auction off kind of a private rental. So if you wanted to come in and have a party and show a movie, really get folks excited. And then we always have artists that put their work in. So we've got some amazing quilts. We've got classes available. We've got some individual art pieces that will be on the auctions. One of Dee Teller's pieces, which is just amazing. And her work just always kind of, I'm literally sometimes can't, lose my voice when I think about her work. And so we hope folks that will come out and see the art too, as well as support the art.
Yeah, well, most people there are probably art boosters, so.
And if you're not, it's still a great fun party to come to. So we're adding live music this year. So while we're doing the silent auction, we have the bar open, we have the food there, and the games going. We also have some live music getting played.
So towards the end of the evening, we've got a little surprise giveaway, and that's all I'm going to say about that. It's going to be a little surprise at the end of the evening, so it's a nice prize too. You'll have to come to see what I'm talking about.
And then we have door prizes throughout the evening that folks can win, along with that surprise one at the end.
Sounds like a lot of fun.
It is.
And get to watch the Derby too on the big screen, like you said. So it'd be a fun day, fun party, and raising money for a great cause.
The fastest 2 minutes in sports.
Yes.
Yeah.
I've really never understood that saying, because 2 minutes is 2 minutes is 2 minutes. Isn't it?
I think you're right, but yeah.
I guess it just depends on how fast the horse runs in those 2 minutes.
They are fun to watch, though.
Yeah. They are.
Yeah. The Kentucky Derby. So do you want to touch on some other things going on in May, or anything else?
So we're talking about great events we have coming up on Sunday, May 21st, the Looney Lutherans.
I know. This
So-
Looney Lutheran loves the Looney Lutherans.
Oh, good. Well, one of the things we're also hoping is we may do some fun stuff with that one. Perhaps a Jell-O salad contest that people can submit to. I mean, if you're going to have the Looney Lutherans, we definitely
Tater
have
tot
to.
hot dish.
Yeah.
Lime green.
I think
Jell-O.
we'll forego the Lutefisk contest. though.
Yeah, there you go.
Lime green.
And then we have a new gallery opening on the 12th, so we'll have new artwork coming in our galleries, and then we always have a reception from 5 to 7 for the gallery opening. So May, because of the big hats and big hearts, we don't have quite as much going because it's such a big event, but certainly folks should come out for those two, for the gallery opening and then for
Looney
Looney
Lutherans.
Lutherans. And then very early in May, we're bringing back the PCA's Best of Broadway, which features some fabulous actors and actresses from our area that have been in films putting on some of the Best of Broadway, and that's going to be that very first weekend in June. So that will kind of kick off our summer season.
Yeah.
Right now, it does not feel so much
It
like.
doesn't, no.
By the end of the week, we'll be
Yeah,
done.
it'll be done.
Yeah, so that's what we have in May. Plus, we always have classes going on. So people definitely need to go to our website and check out the classes. And we're gearing up for summer. We have a lot more classes geared towards children and families for the summer. We also have theater camp. And so we want folks to make sure they go to the website, paradisecenterforthearts.org, and check out all the classes we have offered.
Starting not this Wednesday, but next Wednesday, I noticed, because I looked at your calendar, you have jewelry making, some craft, events too, on
Yes.
Wednesdays. Not this Wednesday, but starting next Wednesday, each Wednesday in May.
Yes, so we like to offer those, and we also have Wednesday afternoons a painting lab now for folks who like to paint and want to come out and paint. So one of the things, in addition to some of the capital improvements that we need this year, we're also expanding and going to be offering dance. So Just for Kicks Dance Studio has their spring show on Sunday at the Paradise. So right after the Big Hats and Big Hearts, they're going to be Sunday, but they are moving on site to the Paradise.
So what do you think you need for the HVAC?
For the HVAC, well, the whole entire kit and caboodle quote to do everything we need is about $78,000.
Okay.
And we're applying for the city grant money to help offset some of those costs, and we've received a donation in the community to help support it, but we still need to raise a lot of funds. That's a big ticket item for us. That includes quite a bit of work we need, and then for the other kind of program stuff, we want to bring the dance group in. That means we need to put a floor in down in our rehearsal room so our dancers aren't on hard concrete, which I know our actors and actresses will appreciate too, because right now they rehearse on hard concrete in the basement, which gets a little chilly and can be hard on the knees.
I would think so.
Yes, so that's coming this fall. So we also are hoping for our theater folks to get a fly. So you can do those shows like Peter Pan and some of those other shows that you need to have a fly in place on your stage in order to do. So the hope with the Big Hats and Big Hearts money that is raised, it'll go both for those hidden capital expenses you can't see, which aren't always as fun, like the HVAC, but also to help support some of those program capital expenses we need, like the new floor and the fly, because those are important to keep our programs going and to be able to add new programs.
Well, I know in the past in some of the BA auctions, I know that you were at, Rod, I think you may have started it there, the fund to need.
Yes. And, as you heard, the funds are needed, so you want to come out and have a really good time, because this is going to be a lot of fun. If you've never been there before, come and have fun and support the Paradise in any way you can. We'd really appreciate it, because, like you said, it might not be the most exciting cause, but definitely a need that we have to, get these things taken care of and raise the funds for it. And that's where we ask for the people's help to come have fun and support the Paradise.
And it helps when you're parting with your dollar to have fun.
It certainly
Absolutely.
does. Yes.
And we're going to try and make it extra fun this year. That's why we've got those extra games, the raffles. We have special glasses that we're ordering, and if you purchase your glass, not only do you get that drink with it, but you also have an opportunity to win a prize. So
I was just thinking, Rod, you can't even put a value on that tour that you're giving.
Right, yeah. And there's a
Right.
few things that, priceless. How do you put a value on it? The airplane ride, I mean, that's there's a value, but that's a pretty cool deal.
yeah, one of Marv's sculptures.
Yeah. What do you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking worth lots there, yeah.
Yeah, and then just amazing artwork. And I think of some of the quilts I've seen come in. My mother-in-law is a quilter, and I know there's no value you can
Yeah,
put on the
yeah.
work that those women put into making those quilts.
And typically at a benefit auction, people understand we're here to raise funds, and more times than not, things will go overvalued because, hey, we're supporting a great cause.
No, well, it should.
Yeah, it should.
One of my favorites is there's a chocolatiers basket provided by some women from Our Savior's Lutheran. Speaking of Lutheran and Looney Lutherans, they've got some chocolate on the silent auction. So
Terrific. You're probably too young to remember this. Rod will remember this. May Day? Did
Yes.
you do May
Oh, yeah.
baskets
Yep.
when you were a kid?
Yep.
oh yeah, they
Oh, you
still
did
do them.
too?
Yeah.
Mhm. Okay, well, I thought it was a long gone thing.
Now my daughter was very excited for it to be May Day today because she got to make a May basket.
Because I remember when we were kids, we'd run over to the neighbors
Yeah.
with the May baskets and set them up, ring the
Oh,
doorbell,
that's-
run away.
Take off, yeah.
I forgot about that part of the tradition, the sneaking off part.
But it was only when we were younger.
That's right.
And speaking of, ringing the doorbell and not being there, you can even get somebody to bid for you on items this weekend if you can't be there yourself,
Really?
but you want that biplane or
If
that
I wanted
lobster
this
dinner.
VIP thing, I'd tell Rod, no, this is how much I'd donate.
Yeah.
Yep.
If anybody goes above it, obviously I get outbid.
Right.
Right. But we
Yeah.
want folks to, not everybody can be there. May's a busy season, but the nice thing about the event is it's done before 7, so you can
Yes.
still come, enjoy it, and be off to other things.
All right. Well, fantastic. Thanks, Rod, for joining us this
Yeah.
morning.
Thanks for having me.
Have fun on Saturday. I know you will.
Oh, we will.
As you always do. And how about you?
Yeah, I'm super excited. I haven't quite decided on which hat I'm going to wear yet.
You like
We have
wearing
a
that
lot
one?
to choose from. Well, I do love this one too.
It matches the sweater,
It does,
sort of.
sort of.
Now, would a cowboy hat be appropriate for me?
I
or-
think any hat would
Any
be
hat, okay,
appropriate.
got it.
It's the Kentucky Derby.
I know.
I would think a cowboy hat would work just perfect.
Yeah, and there's some folks selling tickets out in the community too. Otherwise, you can pick them up at the Paradise box office Tuesday through Saturday, or online, or over the phone.
Get them
All
in
right.
advance, you get a prize maybe.
Yep.
There you go. Fantastic. So get on over there, folks. That's this Saturday here in Faribault. Tomorrow, Jerry visits with a young farmer who...